Hello and welcome back to Flippin' Awesome. I'm Mindy XYZ, your factotum expert, with my detailed videos on how to save time, money, the environment, and many other things. You will also easily become an expert too, to where you'll certainly inspire others with your newfound capabilities and ideas. So let's get started. Today I am in my sunroom and I found this lamp right here. It's a floor lamp in the trash, and it's a beautiful lamp. Now with this lamp, I'm gonna do a trash to treasure type of deal, and so I'm pretty excited. The first thing I did is, after I collected the lamp, is I put a bulb in it and plugged it in to see if it would work. And of course, you always want to check your wiring, make sure there's no nicks in the wiring, no burns in the wiring. You want to make sure the wiring is good. Then I went ahead and plugged it in. The bulb worked, so everything on here works. So what I'm going to do with this lamp is, it has like a paper. Now, don't get grossed out, because when I looked at the top of this, I'm like, ooh. But nothing's creepy crawly in there. Is just really nasty. But with this lamp, you can see on the inside here, that doesn't look too bad in the video, but it really is pretty nasty. So what I'm going to do is remove this paper part right here. So I'm going to take that out. I'm going to give this a good wash using Pine Sol with water. And then I will show you a little Mindy action for this lamp. So I'll be right back. Let's go ahead and give this a wash. Okay, to make cleaning a little bit easier on this particular lamp, I noticed that there is a couple wing nuts in here, which are these things right here. So I'm going to unscrew those. There's two of them. And this top part of the lamp should come right off. Now also, before we clean, make sure it's unplugged. Okay, I was having some difficulty. I didn't realize that this backing here was actually glued to the to this plastic piece. So I tried using my heat gun, and it does work. It's leaving a glue residue, but we'll deal with that in a little bit here. So I'll show you what I'm doing to get this off with my heat gun. You want to heat a little area at a time, continually moving your heat gun. If you keep it in one spot, you'll end up burning and possibly even catch it on fire. So here we go, low heat, and we are just going to continually move it in an area here. And I noticed that with this particular material, when this papery looking thing, which is actually another type of plastic, when it starts to bubble a little bit, that is when it's, yeah, you can see right there, it's starting to bubble a little. I'll set that off to the side. And look at that. It's coming off. Okay, so I'm going to do that with the other panels and get all this off. And then we'll see what kind of adhesive remover I have to take this adhesive off. Alrighty, we got all that plastic backing off of the pieces that I want to keep. That's all this right here. And the heat gun did a phenomenal job. So now let's see if we can figure out how to get this glue off. Hello, welcome back. All right, I found that 100% acetone will take that glue off, and also with a old toothbrush that obviously you will not be using anymore. So what I did is I just threw some acetone into a jar. And with the old brush, I'll just dip it in, puddle it up pretty good, and just work it into that glue. Add a little bit more. And that glue will come right off. You can see it. See that glue just melting away. And then just grab an old towel that you no longer care about. There we go. I don't know if you can see in there where the glue came off and where there's still existing glue. So I'm going to go ahead and get the glue off of all my panels, and then I'll show you my ingenious plan for this. I didn't clean the lamp earlier, so we're going to go ahead and clean the lamp right now. Again, I'm just going to use plain old pine sol and water. Okay, I got it all clean. One thing you really need to pay attention to is the caution stickers inside of any light or lamp. Hey, how you doing? So yeah, you want to pay attention to the caution sticker and definitely do not go above the recommended wattage bulb because it really can start a fire. So let's get to the fun part of this project. What we want to do is put our little panels back into the frame. And you do that simply by doing the reverse of when you took them out. So this first one was a little interesting to get back in. But there's a little lip here, and you just kind of like shove it up into the lip. And it just kind of pops into place. And it's got these little tabs. I don't know if you can see the tabs. It's almost like the tabs on a picture frame. And you just bend those back into place. The fun, that I consider fun, are these crystals from a chandelier. I picked these up at an antique mall up in Michigan. And I just love them. I mean, look how pretty they are. I'm going to add these to my lamp. Now, I do have one of these. I don't know if you can see, like this one here is a little extra crystal on top. And this one does not. So, these little teardrop crystals came with all these. But I'm not going to need them for my project here. So I'm going to just steal this little one here. Now it's not the same size as these other ones, but that's okay. I'll just make sure that this particular crystal is towards the back wall and no one will notice. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the lampshade back onto the base, and then we're going to add the crystals. Let's do it! I'm so excited! Okay, that was fun. Alright, I'm going to put this on here. Put the wing nuts back on. Let's go ahead and put our crystals on. Now, I have 6 crystals of the small crystals, and I got 6 of the small and 6 of the big. So I am gonna eyeball where I'm gonna put them on here. Now, fortunately, there is, see these little cross beams here? There's 3 of them. So 1, 2, 3. So what I'm gonna do is with the 6 small crystals, I'm gonna put 1 in front of each bar. So 1, 2, 3. And then 1, I'm gonna eyeball approximately right in the middle of the 2 bars. And right in the middle of the 2 bars, right in the middle of the 2 bars. So that'll be 6 total all the way around. And then I'll put the bigger crystals in between the little ones. Isn't that cute so far? Okay, I got too excited. I went ahead and put on the other crystals without videotaping, but you get the gist of it, I'm sure. So anyways, I just kind of hooked them on there. They had little wires on the crystals themselves, so I just hooked it. And now what I'm going to do is with E6000 glue, which is my go-to a lot of times, I am just going to put a dab of glue on the wire where it's touching the frame of the lampshade, and I'm going to let it sit for 24 hours, and then I can go ahead and move the lamp. Okay, welcome back. It's the next day, and I've been kind of looking at this throughout the night here and there and this morning. I'm like, you know what? It needs a little something more. It's just little, I mean, I like it, but it needs a little something more. So I'm like, what do I have on hand? So I pulled out my box of beads, and I found a nice long string of pearls. So I'm going to add pearls to this, and I think it's going to look pretty darn awesome. So let's get started, and I'll show you how I attached the beads. The first thing I did is made sure that I did have enough beads for my project here. And what I did is I just kind of gave it a little test to see how much I want it to drape. And once I decided how much I wanted it to drape, I counted the beads to find out how many there are in that particular loop. And I am going to need 12 loops. So I multiplied my beads by 12, and I counted them out just to make sure I got plenty of beads to go all the way around. And I do have plenty of beads, so I'm pretty excited about that. And what I'm going to do to attach the beads, I decided to just use fishing line. You know, it's pretty much clear, and I'm going to just tie it to my beads where I want it to be attached. So let's go ahead and do that. And when I go to attach them, I'm just going to use hot glue this time, and I'm going to use the hot glue over the E6000 glue, and it should adhere pretty darn good. Okay, in order to tie this the fishing line on, what I did is I'll get a piece of line, wrap it around my finger, loop it back out on itself, push it through, make a little loop. There we go. There we go. You can see a little bit better there. Now with the loop, you count out your beads, find the spot where you want your tie to go, and you just kind of fish it through. I don't know how else to explain it. Then you pull on the two ends of the string, and there you go. Then I'll just tie one more knot just to make sure it stays secure and call it good. What I'm going to do too is I'm going to set my beads inside of the lamp. This way, every spot that I want it. Every 20 beads is what I'm using. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start attaching these using my hot glue. And I am going to start in the back of the lamp. And what I consider the back is where you turn the lamp on and off. There's a little knob here. So I'm going to start, in the back of it. It's not heavy when I'm trying to attach them. Okay, so let's get my hot glue. It should be warm by now. Okay, and then after we get these all glued on, we're going to go ahead and cut off the extra tails of the string that we used. All right, well, I'm digging that a lot more. I'm so glad I added those pearls. Now, I picked up these bulbs at Lowe's because I wanted my floor lamp to look like a torch. How cool is that? So hopefully it'll do what I want it to do. So I'm going to put the bulbs in. I'm going to plug it in, turn it on, and let's see what it looks like. I can't wait. How cool is this? I am so loving it. It does look like a torch. Well, thanks again for watching Flippin' Awesome. I'm Mindy XYZ, your factotum expert. I would appreciate it if you would like, share, and subscribe. That really helps me out, and it actually helps other YouTubers out also, so be sure to subscribe to their channels. And once you subscribe, if you want to be notified when my next video comes out, just hit the little bell button and you'll be notified. Thanks again, and have an awesome, fabulous day.